Hey guys, I haven't made a video in a really long time and I want to keep this little explanation as short as I can because that's not what you came to this video for. But if you've been subscribed to my channel for a little while, you might have noticed that I've been gone for over a month now. Long story short, I have been having a lot of health problems with my back and my limbs, and back pain, which is causing my limbs to tremor every single day, and I'm in so much back pain that I can't really do much. Even walking very short distances has proven very hard for me in this past month. Because of these tremors and stuff, I've been losing sleep because they wake me up when they happen and they're really scary. I have not had the energy to film or upload anything or even reading anything until recently, because being so exhausted from waking up all the time put me in a huge reading slump. So I'm sorry for being gone, but this just kind of happened, and I can't control that. Like, health things come up, so I kind of just had to take care of it and take some self-care time. I'm still in a lot of pain 24/7, but I really miss BookTube and I wanted to get back at it. This video is going to be my October wrap-up. I didn't really post anything in October, I think, except for my October TBR and maybe one other thing. Anyways, without further ado, we shall now get into my October wrap-up, and I will be back to posting regularly once a week from now on. The first book I read was Night Star by Alyson Noël, and this is book 5 in the Immortals series by her. I do not want to say very much because it will give away everything that has happened in previous books, but as the series title states, it is about people who cannot die, and they have certain special powers and everything. And then there is a love story that intertwines with all of the magical powers and certain stuff about being immortal as well. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. I really did like it. I liked the action in it, and I also liked hearing about one of the characters' stories in more depth and getting to understand why she is the way she is. The next book I read was Everlasting by Alyson Noël, and this is the final book in the Immortals series by her. This is book 6, and I really liked the way the series wrapped up. We got a lot of closure and resolution to things that were happening. This is not the ending that I would have pictured for the series, although I still very much enjoyed it. I also gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. I've said in previous videos that this series is definitely not one of the best written series in the world, but this series made everything bearable and a lot more easy to deal with. Back when I was 14 and my life wasn't very good at that point, because I really connected with the characters in this book and just wanted them to help me through things, as silly as that sounds, and like, I really wanted them to be my friends. And I really liked Damon from this series. He was described as very attractive, which my 14-year-old self loved. The next thing I read in October was Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds, and I actually got this as an e-arc from NetGalley, and it is a book in verse about gun violence. The only downside I could find with it is I do wish it was a little bit longer, so I gave that one 4 out of 5 stars, and thank you to NetGalley for giving me a review copy. And the last book I read in October was You by Carolyn Kepnes, and I actually finished it like 3 minutes after midnight, but I'm still counting it. So this book was really uncomfortable for me to read, and it was interesting being in the main character's head and learning about how he ticks and why he makes decisions that he makes and why he thinks the way he does. But I could not rate it any higher than 3 stars, just for the simple fact that it did make me so uncomfortable, and that was the point of the book, I think. But I've seen other people give it 5 stars and say, oh, I love this book, which is awesome. But for me, I cannot read about something like this subject matter and link that with the word love. Like, I can't love this book. It's messed up. And it just makes me feel weird to say that I love a book about a stalker slash murderer. But I do highly recommend this if you are into thrillers. It's not scary necessarily, it's just messed up and creepy, and it makes you think a lot about what you put on social media. And I could see why the main character thought things that he thought, but the way that he kind of justified his actions was really weird to me. Like, I could never do that, and I don't see how a person could, but it was very intriguing to read about. And sadly, those are all the books that I read in October. Thank you guys so much for watching. My next video will be my November TBR. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. I'm not forcing you. You can thumb this up, comment below, and follow me on social media if you would like. The links will be in the description. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al oído, para que te acuerdes si no estás conmigo. Despacito, quiero desnudarte a besos despacito. Firmo las paredes de tu lado.